Hey folks, Shane Getson here, the MLA for Laxton and Parkland. COVID right now is top and point of mind. The impacts that we've taken to the economy that go along with that is one thing. And then we have a compounding issue. So essentially it was predatory capitalism that was taking place between the Soviets, or I should say Russia and Saudi Arabia on our market, coupled with the slow in demand globally for the energy side of things, the oil itself, we have peak capacity. So for Alberta, not really the best circumstances by any means, given that it's one of our strongest pillars in our economy, and we've all leaned on it very heavily for a number of years. Now, the good news on this is that our energy minister has been working double time as well as our premier. And you may have heard some of the comments about Fortress North America. When I first got in the energy sector in the midstream industry, we were talking about that back in 2007, 2008. And essentially it was to become energy independent from a global market, from Middle East oil and some of the other countries in the world that were the less stable. So at that time, we were planning a footprint. We were building it out so that North America could be energy self-sufficient. And honestly, that's where we're at right now. So with all the efforts that have taken place over the years from the industry, for all the folks that are working on those projects, for some of that strategic planning, North America is in a position to be energy self-sufficient. So with the help of our premier and the folks to the south, I'm very happy that they're talking about that old adage again. When you have foreign interests that start literally trying to put pressures on our industry, on our exports, on our way of life, we have to push back and we have to take those steps. So with that, the energy minister has been having those dialogues. So is our premier. Our energy minister was also invited to OPEC Plus, which is almost an unprecedented circumstance for an energy minister from a non-OPEC nation to be on those calls. Also, the curtailment has started on with those other countries as well. So hang in there, folks, on the energy side of things. We're not leaving you behind. And there was a reason why we invested. We bought an equity position into Keystone XL. And that was to ensure that that project carried forward. Again, it was a major project that was in the news for a number of years. It had tons of pushback in all the wrong places at the wrong times. And literally, that project was in jeopardy if we didn't step in. The long-range strategy on that is that we should garner around $30 billion over the lifespan of that project. We have the Class A shares on that investment specifically. So that means Albertans can cash out first. We have that option when it's at that point and it's up and running and the value is there. We will not be at risk. And again, it's to make sure that we secure our energy future, we support the industry, and we make sure that those revenues are here and will continue to flow as long as there's demand for that product. So thanks again, folks. We'll talk to you soon.